Hi, welcome to Team Takeout Crafts. Today we're going to be creating a fun Mother's Day treat craft that you can share with your mom or somebody special in your life. And this is just a little idea of what it might end up looking like. It is a craft where we are sending a variety of supplies along with you so you can make it look however you wish. But the basic idea is that we have this slidey box that we're going to decorate, and when you pull open on the little ribbon tab, inside we're going to have some shreds and some chocolates for your mom. This is also a size of box where I think you might be able to fit a gift card inside if you want to do that as well. So let's go ahead and grab those craft kits and we'll get started today. All right, so inside your craft kit, you are going to find a large sheet of peach paper, and we have two small pieces. These will be on the ends of your box. If you decide you want to make it a peach color, you can leave it white like it is right now in your craft kit. These sliding boxes are a lot of fun. You just kind of push them and they slide open kind of like a dresser drawer. We've already taken the liberty of adding your eyelet onto your box because that's a little more complicated and you need a special tool to do that. So that part is already on your box. We also have a baggie of shreds and a little bit of chocolates that you can use to place inside your box for your mom. We sent along a baggie with adhesives, and so you have your roller tape, and there is foam mounting tape that kind of can give a little raised look to the items you're attaching. So if you don't want them all level with the box, you can use a portion of this foam and it kind of elevates it a little bit to give some texture of up and down. We also included a roll of washi tape inside your packet, and washi tape's kind of like a papery tape. It's easy to tear with your hands, or you can cut it with scissors. We sent along a variety of metallics in the kits, and they're just kind of a lot of fun to use to add a little pizzazz to things. We also have some embellishments. The ribbon will be used for your pull tab in your box, but we have some assorted flowers that you can adhere to your box, and then a wooden tag with a fun saying on it. Your tag is either going to say "for you" or "with love," and it just adds a little more texture to your craft. The other thing you're going to need today is a pair of scissors, and that's about it. So we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, to get us started, I want to talk to you a little bit about your craft tape that you have in your package. Some of you have used a tape roller like this in the past, and some of you might not be familiar with it. To get started with your tape roller, you're just going to kind of pinch and pull this lid off and place it off to the side. And you can see the tape on the inside of your roller. I like to grab mine kind of like this. I think it works easiest for me. And on a tape roller, you're going to push down and pull back and lift up, and it's going to leave a film of this double-sided tape on your project. It's really easy to use. If you're finding it complicated, you can certainly use sticky tape, or you can use glue, whatever you wish for this project. But this is really nice because it just sticks really well and it doesn't leave any bumps on anything. So to get us going, we're going to need our little box. And again, you can just see that if you push on it, it slides through. We're going to go ahead and work on this. Now, if you decide you don't want it to look peach like this box, you can leave it white and just skip this first step. That's up to you. I am going to make mine a peach color, and we'll show you how we do that. So you are going to need your two small rectangles of peach paper, and those are going to go on the ends of your box. So I'm going to take my tape roller and just push down and pull up and add a little bit of tape to this paper, and then I'm going to place it on the end of my project where I want it. We didn't make the rectangles exactly the size of the box because if you didn't get them centered on properly, your box wouldn't slide in and out. So know that there is going to be a little bit of white space around the edges. So go ahead and put that on. For our next step, we're going to need our rectangle peach paper, and you'll see that one side is a little bit of textured side and the other side is smooth. So you're going to take your double stick tape and just kind of run along the edges of your rectangle paper, and you can even put a few lines down the middle as well if you would like. So I will let you go ahead and do that while I'm doing that, and we'll be ready for the next step. I really like using the tape roller. It's a lot of fun to use. It's easy. Sticks really, really well. So they're really nice to have around. Okay, so for this next step, we're going to be wrapping this peach paper around your box. Now, it's nice to have your seams on the bottom of your box, and so you can actually slide it open and see where you should start. Fun thing is, if you accidentally do it upside down, you can slide the drawer all the way out and flip it back over again. So it's really not a big deal. You want to make sure that you start your paper off where it's centered pretty well, side to side, because if you start wrapping and it gets twisted, you're going to have a white spot. It's not a catastrophe. It will be just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and place my box on here and try to get it as straight as I can. And then I'm going to press it down and kind of look, and it looks like it's pretty nice and straight. And then I'm going to just kind of wrap my box around it, just kind of slowly and push down as I go. And slowly and push down so it adheres well. Wrap that last edge and then the end. And there you have a covered box. And again, if your seam ended up on the top and you don't like it, you can slide the drawer out and flip it over. So there we have the start of our box. For the next step, you're going to need your bag of embellishment. So go ahead and unpack those. You're going to have a little peach sparkly ribbon, and you should have 2 peach flowers. They may not be exactly like this. It was an assorted bag, and so we gave everybody a couple peach and a couple gray and 1 white, and then each of you has a little wooden tag inside your baggie as well. So you can go ahead and unpack those items. For now, we're going to be working with the ribbon. So you can slide your box all the way out and grab your ribbon. This is probably going to be what I would say is the most complicated portion of our craft, but it's not extremely hard. So to make this a loop, what we're going to do is you are going to have your ribbon come through that hole in your box and come out the other side. And we are going to have a knot on the inside, and that's what holds it in there. I don't know if you can see in this one. You can kind of see in there how there's a knot holding that in there, and it kind of makes it a good spot to pull on. So the hardest part of the whole thing is getting your ribbon through the hole in your box. And so what I did is I took my ribbon and kind of folded it into a small section. So in half, and then kind of made a small little thing to push through. And so coming from the inside of your box, you are going to push that through the hole like that. Okay? And then the next part is where we are going to be tying the knot on the inside. And again, that's probably the most complicated part, but it's not that complicated. If you have difficulty doing this, you can certainly ask for some assistance from somebody at home. Another idea might be just to take this and tape it down on the bottom underneath there, and that should hold pretty well. Obviously, a knot's going to help just a little bit more. So now I'm going to kind of pull this back in a little bit so I have a lot of space to work with. And I am going to tie a knot in my ribbon like this and just kind of pull it tight, and you can put your knot wherever you want. If you want a short pull tab, you can put it closer. If you want a long pull tab, you would want your knot more towards this end. So it's going to kind of affect that. And so then we're going to pull that, and there we're going to have our pull tab. I'm going to go ahead and trim off that extra ribbon in there and just leave it kind of a shorter tail. So there we have that. I'm going to put my drawer off to the side here while I grab my shreds. I have a fun gray, so we have it kind of color coordinated. And put some of my shreds in there. And the candy will then go on top. And you may or may not need all of your shreds. We just kind of gave you a couple pinches, and you can determine what you think. So I think that looks good to me. And then I'm going to grab my bag of chocolates. You should have an assortment of Dove chocolates. The red ones are dark chocolate. The green ones are dark chocolate and mint. Blue is milk chocolate. And then yellow is a milk chocolate and caramel. And if you've participated in any of our other crafts, you will know that you do not have to put all the chocolates in there. You should have 5 chocolates. If you want to snitch one and give it a taste, you are welcome to do that. After you get your chocolates in your box, go ahead and just slide it back in, and we have a great start to our craft. Okay, so for our next step, we are going to be adding embellishments to our box. And I mentioned that you have some double-sided foam sticky tape, and maybe you can kind of see how some of these flowers on mine are raised a little higher than the others, so it kind of gives it some up and down. So that's what I used with that, as I cut those into smaller squares or pieces and adhered them to the flowers. Everything else I stuck on with my double-sided tape. We also included some washi tape, and it's just a fun little product, and they have little sparkles or shimmer. They come in all different designs and textures, and they sell these at the local stores in town in the crafting section, and they usually come in a pack of a few different colors, and they're just a lot of fun. The washi tape, you can add some pizzazz around the edges of your box and kind of do a little sparkle, and maybe I'll do that on this one so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. You can add a strip around the edge of your box. You could, my scissors here, you can add it just on the sides. Just push that down really well. You know, you could do stripes on the sides of your box. Just whatever you think looks good. Again, you know, this is an art project, so anything you do is just awesome. There's no wrong. Whatever looks beautiful to you. And so I'm just going to kind of wrap that around and all the way around and kind of push it down as I go so it sticks. But yeah, washi tape is just so much fun. So much fun. So many options. They work great on all kinds of scrapbooking projects or paper crafts like what we're doing here, card making. My girls actually, so they can tell their phone chargers apart, have put washi tape around the box for their phone chargers. So lots of fun things you can do with washi tape. So I think I'm kind of done with mine for now. So I'm going to set it off to the side. And then again, make sure you're working off the top of your box here. And so this is the top, and I'm going to start and just kind of replicate what I did over here. I'm going to add my wooden tag and then add some flowers around. So on my wooden tag, I'm going to take my double-sided crafting tape, and I'm going to flip it over so I can put tape on the back side, and then just do some runs of tape on the back side there. Okay, and I have my tape on there, and so I'm just going to kind of position it where I want it to set, and then Again, just like everything else, push gently, firmly so it sticks, but gently enough that you don't squish your box. So it's kind of this fine line between things. So that is what mine looks like. When I put my large flower on my other project, I did use one of the foam squares. So I am going to grab one of those and just cut off a piece of it. And then peel off the backing and place it on the back side middle of this flower and push it down so it sticks really well. And then I'm going to peel the other side of the double stick tape off and place my flower where I would like to have it. And I'm going to go with right here. And then I probably use the other little part on my white flower. So I'm going to kind of flip that over and grab that other piece of leftover foam tape. And I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller and peel off the backing. Place it on there. Tiny little flowers. And peel the backing off of that one. And place it kind of in a similar position as I did on the other one. So there are my two raised flowers. The rest of my flowers, I am going to add my double stick tape. And so you have to be kind of careful because the flowers are a little fragile. If you don't feel comfortable using your double-sided tape, then you can use glue or hot glue, whatever you prefer. But if you're careful, you can roll some across. It doesn't really take much at all to get it to stick. And I'm going to place my gray flower there. I think I'll use this peach one and just kind of make it similar to the one that I already had done. And we'll go with that. And I'm kind of overlapping my wooden tag a little bit and overlapping my flowers to give a little bit of texture. And I'm going to use one of my little gray flowers here as well. There it is. And we'll just kind of stick that one off to the side up here. So yeah, I don't think I'll use that other one today, but that is my crafty box that I can give to mom or someone special. And then when you pull it open, they will have a nice surprise of some chocolates, Dove chocolates. Who doesn't love Dove chocolates? So there is our project. I hope that you have fun creating yours, and just thank you so much for participating with us. We will have more classes coming up soon for the summer months, so make sure you keep an eye on our webpage under the events section and watch our Facebook page for announcements as well. Summer is right around the corner. We'll be having our annual summer challenges from June 1st to July 31st, and we'll have lots of activities and programs that you can do virtually this summer as well. So have a great day and happy Mother's Day.